Healer. Get ready with me. I'm doing my bedtime routine. Nothing fancy, but I'll show you all the products I use, as well as going over some live downloads fresh here by the Healer first. Okay, I just literally ended my day. I am taking off my watch. I love to get in something silky and comfortable, even though this is a denim robe. Shout out to Fenty. I am gonna show you guys my skincare routine for nighttime. As you can see, I am breaking out. This came from stress, okay? And I changed up some of my products in my nighttime routine, which is a horrible thing to do during retrograde, but whatever. Here we are. Here we are. But before I get started, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, okay? Because you don't want to miss any updates from your girl, Bob the Healer, and all the good downloads that God has given me to give to you. So, like my nails. And if you want to book a reading, go ahead and click the link in my bio. You can sign up there. I am only doing 30-minute readings. I'm currently closed for hour readings. So if you don't want to miss your time, go ahead, click on the link. It'll take you to my calendar. Find a good time slot. Make sure you send and book that payment, okay? Because no payment, no reading, honey, okay? Because you don't show up at your job and don't get paid, honey, okay? I need my coins, okay? Click the link, sign up. If you want any reviews, you can take a look at the reviews on my website. Real clients that paid their real money to get a real reading, okay? Look at my ethics, all of my policies, all that good jazz. Because I will refuse a reading based on a question, honey. For the people in the back, okay? I will refuse a reading based on the question. So really get in tune. Don't ask me no question that you can ask God. Okay, go ask God. Okay, because you can ask God and God can tell you for free, okay? So that's the first thing. And if you want to learn how to pray, I'm actually going to do a video on prayer really soon because I feel like a lot of people don't know how to pray. Hi, baby. I am blessed and highly favored. How are you? And see, it's questions like that. That's what I'm talking about. There's questions like that. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's get into this routine. First things first. Okay, I ran out of my normal cleanser. And I want to talk about this too, honey. So I'm going to go over my normal routine. And then I'm going to show you what I'm currently using. Okay. I love to see that. Love to see that. Okay. First things first. Shout out to Fenty Skin. I did not get this for free. Okay. But I could. All right. Praise God. Bring it in, Lord. This is their Cherry Dub face wash. I stand this. This is so amazing. It would take off all of my makeup one swipe, baby. Just gone. Hi, baby. Hi, King. Thank you, thank you. So, this is amazing. It's made with cherry Barbados extract. It is brightening, dark circles for me, and any of these acne marks. It's been phenomenal. I won't go into all the jazz. If you want to know the details, check it out on their website or Sephora or wherever they sell it. This, as you can see, I used it down, honey. Thank you for the subscription, honey. Make sure you sign up for my newsletter in my bio. This is the Homegirl to Home Sis, honey. And she is a toner. These I used up, so I'm not using them tonight. But I do enjoy these, and they help with dark mark circles, all that good stuff. This is a gel cleanser, and yes, it will take off your makeup in one pump. This lasted me 3 months. Like, I cannot Listen, Rihanna, you want my money? Take it. Clearly. Ooh, I do have to shout out this product too, and recycle your products. Let's get into that first. And if you haven't signed up, go ahead and click the link in my bio. Get you a free reading, honey, for your birthday. If you have not signed up, you're missing out. This is normally what I would be using. This is Skin Fix. I did get this for free. Shout out to Skin Fix. Amazing though. Dermatologist approved. Great for all skin types. And do you want to get blocked? Do other people? Comment below if you want me to continue. You don't believe in the truth? That's all a reading is the truth, honey. I don't know what you think this is, but if you're afraid of the truth, don't book a reading with me. That's a fact. Because here's the thing. There's a lot of people misconceive me as a tarot reader, and I'm not a tarot reader. If you're new around here, you won't get to know that I'm not a tarot reader, honey. I am a spiritual healer, and most importantly, I'm a child of God. Okay? So don't confuse me with no tarot reader. Anybody can read some cards. It's not that hard. You can read some cards if you look at it long enough. My skill is divine. Ask any of my clients. I stand on my work. I have integrity. That's why I'm not afraid to refuse a reading. That's why I keep records of all my downloads. Okay, and that's what we're getting in today. That's what we're talking about today. All right? We're talking about the state of America, honey. Okay, of the world. It's not even America anymore. If you live in New York, pay attention, okay? I got some downloads for you guys. Coming soon, okay? Anyways. Thank you, baby. Okay, so let me... do one of these. She's cute. Hi. Okay. Who would like to know what I'm using? If not, I'm going to tell you anyways. Okay? Because this is my shit. All right. Tatcha. So what I was saying before was I was using Skin Fix. Amazing. Best. Not the best ever, but it's amazing. Trust me. It's really good. Actually, I could possibly say it's one of the best that I've used. But before that, thank you for all the compliments, guys. Before that, I wanted to really talk about being a conscious consumer. Yes, being a conscious consumer, that's something that Spirit has been putting on my heart heavy. Okay? And being a conscious consumer is being mindful of the decisions we make when we buy products. Okay? When we support brands, we're supporting what they do to the earth. It's like a spiritual assignment when you are at the drugstore, when you're at the grocery store, when you're anywhere where you are questioned or have to question your buying power. Like, ooh, I want to buy this, but it's not eco-friendly. The packaging is not recyclable. That's Tatcha, the water cream. The soft cream, excuse me, cleanser. I did get this free. I always have to say that. I don't like when people endorse products that they don't tell you they paid for. That lacks integrity. Or that someone paid them to do. No one paid me to say these things, but they did give me the products. And y'all saw. Y'all saw I took it right on off, honey. Okay. Now, the key to a clean skin, okay, is using recyclable packaging. Okay. Also, spending time cleansing your face. If you want a shout out, go click the link in my bio, subscribe, sign up for my newsletter, and let's have a real conversation. Because you need attention. You don't need a shout out, honey. So, when we cleanse our face, darling, we have to spend more time than 30 seconds. Okay? We walk outside, there's so much pollution, environmental unfriendly things to our skin. Okay, if you're taking care of your skin, you're wearing sunscreen. I said if you're taking care of your skin, you're wearing sunscreen. And so when we're wearing sunscreen, we want to make sure we can get that off our face. So spending more than 30 seconds is going to help you with that. I personally saw this from like a I saw this tip of letting your skin air dry instead of using abrasive towels or napkins from an elder who loved Korean skincare, okay? I stand Korean skincare. It works, it works, it works. I feel like Korean culture really understands what Spirit wants us all to understand, that skincare is healthcare. If you would like a reading, you can click the link in my bio, sign up at that website, okay, bobthehealer.mailchimp, yada, 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 okay, and it will take you straight to my calendar. You can look at the time slots available, book your 30-minute reading, okay? Don't forget to submit that payment because no payment, no reading, honey. All right, next thing I'm going to use, do I want to use this nice hair? Yeah, I'm gonna use this. This is amazing. This is a gentle peeling serum. Okay. Did not get this for free. Okay. That's pretty affordable. Like under $10. But it does amazing things, honey. Okay, you put this on your skin and you leave it on overnight, and as you can see, I've been breaking out, like I said, from stress. Okay, when I don't need to be stressed out because I'm a child of God, but you know, the devil be playing with me. Also, I recommend not ever trying new products during retrograde, okay? It's not a good look. So this is gonna give you that dew, okay? That dew. And so overnight, my skin is just loving it. It's gonna also peel a layer off my skin. No, really, but really, okay? This has 5% niacinamide, which is going to attract more moisture to the skin as I sleep, because living in Los Angeles, I've never been this dry in my life, okay? Just my face, honey. Okay, my face and my scalp. But I've been doing a great care of hydrating and putting the moisture back into the skin, and sometimes you just have to do that. The older we get, you know, your girl's birthday is coming up. Shout out to me. The older we get, the more we have to nurture the skin, okay? The skin is our largest organ in the body, darling. And we have to make sure we love on it like it is our largest organ in the body, okay? When we love on the largest organ in our body, baby, it loves on us, okay? It starts to regulate our nervous system. It starts to balance the body, honey, okay? Everything around us starts to balance, okay? It's really a you thing. Yes, black does not crack. That does help, okay? But it does, no, I can't even lie. I've seen a lot of black clients and their skin is all great. It's really like an ancestral thing. Honey, I was talking about this in my previous live, that the scalp holds a lot of ancestral root, and so does the skin, okay? It does. It holds a lot of ancestral root. If our parents struggle with like eczema or psoriasis or breaking out in the skin when they're stressed, hey, mom and dad, you essentially get those things passed down, or it's through your lineage. You could hit your children or your children's children. And so you just have to balance that with the products that you use and be intentional. Okay? Another thing that I have noticed about the skin and spirituality is the skin really represents the spirit too, the spirit within. Whatever the spirit is struggling with internally, it comes out through the pores. You ever notice that? A lot of people with fear have pimples. Just gonna say that. I'm gonna make that bold statement. Moving on. Next product I'm gonna use is the Belief Eye Cream. This, baby, everybody should have eye cream. Okay, if you're 14 years old, you should have eye cream. Because eye cream is a preventative step. You should not be 70 years old running in trying to figure out where to find some eye cream. That's not, babe, it's not going to do anything for you. At that point, you just need to get you some TLC. Now, it can work to a certain degree, but you're going to have to spend a pretty, that's why the eye creams be like $100 and something. This, though, is pretty affordable, and it has caffeine in it, which helps reduce the look of dark circles, and over time will fade them. It's also extremely hydrating. And this is not a paid ad. Any eye cream that's going to hydrate you, and I do not believe, there's some dermatologists that will tell you to just use moisturizing cream on your eye. No. This is one of the most thinnest layers of the skin and the most sensitive. Okay? Our eyes lead us. We don't want to mislead our eyes, okay? Why would I put something? I think the further we get out from the face, it's okay. When you start getting in here, it gets a little delicate, honey. That's why we get the fine lines and the wrinkles and that's why when we lack sleep, honey, you see it in the eyes. Okay? When we lack sleep, when we're moving out of discernment, now I'm not talking about ancestral, like if you inherited dark spots and circles and things like me, like I inherited this, honey. But there's certain things like puffiness that you can get from lying. I think a lot of people who be lying lack sleep. I'm serious. I think a lot of people be tossing and turning because they be lying in real life, and their spirit is warring with their body, with their consciousness. I do. I think people who have a lot of fear have pimples. I do. Now, some people are just born with good skin. You know, like rarely do I get breakouts, honey. And sometimes it's hormonal. It can be an imbalance in the spirit, where around that time of the month you just break out all the time, and it's an imbalance in the spirit. And you need to look at the spirit and see, am I moving when I should be resting? Baby, this is a download. What you gonna research? Okay, the DSM ain't finna tell you nothing. I also want to get into that too, but let me stay on topic. So, back to my skincare routine. I think you gotta pay attention to your skin. Love on your skin will love back on you, okay? And it will, that's why I love skincare so much, because it is like the relationship with spirit, where you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent with your routine. You have to slow down, and you have to surrender. because your skin's going to do what it's your skin's going to want to do what it wants to do, and you have to listen intuitively. Okay? Next product I am using is from Fenty Skin. This is the Dew and Plump Serum. It is phenomenal. Okay, this is going to give you plumper skin in one swipe, one application, noticeable application. But over time, you're going to notice your skin plumping, giving you that glow. Okay, am I going to use that? I'm going to use it. Usually I wouldn't use this, but except for daytime, but here we are. I feel let me wash this off my hands. This has no label on it, but it is from, where is this from? The Cream Shop in Hello Kitty. This is a hyaluronic spray. You can use any type of hyaluronic spray. Some I do recommend are Tower 28 and Mami Wata by Edam. Those two are amazing, especially if you have rosacea, eczema, or very sensitive skin. If you get sunburn, this is just to add moisture back into my face. If you live in like a dry place, you have to balance the skin with more hydrating ingredients. Same thing for your scalp. Check out my hair care routine video I shot the other day. You'll love it. Next, I am going to use this from Caudalie. It is their Vino Hydra, the sorbet cream. It has hyaluronic acid, grape water, and chamomile, mainly because my skin is telling me, slow down, girl, you're doing too much. Yeah, you're disrupting our rhythm, our routine, you're doing too much. So I'm gonna go back to some things that I love, okay? Because clearly my skin is loving this. And you just gotta surrender to the skin. Okay, listen to the skin and don't try to do too much. When people try to do too much, that's when they make their skin worse. When I put this on my skin, I went and got a pill, and no, baby, you need to slow down and say, what am I doing to my skin? Keep a food diary. Also, another thing, I've been drinking too much dairy and cheese, and I'm allergic, so there's that. But I love my skin, and it loves me, and it's so resilient, just like me. You gotta write the story of your skin, honey. If you don't like the relationship with your skin, get reacquainted, honey. Darling, okay? If you don't like the relationship with your skin, make your skin your friend. Period. Moving on. Let's get to these downloads. That's really what I came here for. It's really what you came here for too, you should know. What's going on in America? I predicted early 2025 that we will be experiencing a weather crisis. Yes, a weather crisis. There is going to be a shift in the weather even worse than what we're experiencing now, okay? We are experiencing weather that is totally out of its season. We have tsunamis that I predicted, earthquakes, all the jazz. But more importantly, New York. If you live in New York, if you know family in New York, if you know somebody in New York, you got coworkers in New York, anybody, if you are in New York, honey, pay attention, write this down. You need to have an exit strategy to get out safely. There's no better way to explain that. New York will be blocking and barricaded in. And I'm not sure if this is a trap or if this is intentional. Isn't it the same thing? So, Spirit just told you, okay? If you live in New York, you need to figure out your exit plan. You need to figure out your strategy, okay? Stop trying to save these places that you are insured for. If you're not insured, you still have time. If you have a house in New York, get insured. Make sure you have flooding insurance, hurricane, whatever, so that when the time comes, you choose your family over your home. People in New York will be needing a safe place to stay. Welcome them in if you have the place in the safe for you to stay in a different state. And they are leaving early. There will be time because there will be news reports in New York about y'all need to go. It's time to go. Leave it and go. Stay or leave. It's going to be the choice. And you need to figure out right now. It's not happening, but it's happening. Okay? In the spirit world, it's happening. Because Spirit done told me to hop on this live and I never get on this late. So I'm telling you now. In New York, there is going to be flooding, hurricanes, major disasters. Okay? It's going to get worse. And if you don't have home insurance, now is still the time. That's the first thing. Second thing, make provisions. What is your safety plan? We're not talking tornadoes. We're talking water, the land being overtaken by water. Pay attention. Spirit is clearly delivering a message to somebody watching this live, and you are taking it as a joke. I'm dead serious. It is life or death. Pun intended. This will be national news, and it will put a lot of pressure on insurance companies to help. I'm not talking about examples, I'm talking about real life. This hasn't happened yet. If you're new around here, please go and look at all of my prophecies in the past. I don't got time to catch you up, honey. All right? You just gonna have to catch up, mustard. This is a dire message to those living in New York. You have time. You need to start thinking about your exit plan. Don't panic, don't fear, get clear. Spirit said, don't panic, don't fear, get clear. Where will you go? Who do you know? If something serious is to happen, where are you going? Because a lot of y'all are not going to think straight in the middle of an emergency. And it will be chaotic. People will be screaming. I'm seeing a lot of women and children, but a lot of single women who do not have places. Come on. All right, I'm talking to me, but I'm getting. I don't live in New York. You don't have the time. There's a lot of single women in New York. There just is. Okay, there's a lot of single women in New York, and it's gonna get real. So prepare now. And sir, you want my attention, but I'm not. Exactly. All right, next thing we're putting on, Fenty Skin. And this is a lip sleeping mask. Fire. So you need to get an emergency exit system. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a lot of people. There are going to be some fatal deaths, unfortunately, and it's because people are not taking the message seriously. You know, the flooding is gonna start off at your ankles, and then it's gonna get really aggressive out of nowhere. And I'm visually seeing a lot of women rushing out at the last second. I'm seeing people drown. I am. I'm seeing people in fear because because they're clinging to this lifestyle in New York. They're clinging to this. Yeah, so there's a lot that's going to be happening in the news around New York, okay? I can't tell you when, but it's coming soon. And that's why I'm telling you now, whenever you're watching this, make a plan. If you live in New York, great. If you don't, and you know some people who do, welcome your arms to them, because a lot of people are going to be needing places to vacate, to go to. The people in power are trying to clean out of New York, honestly. Of single women, of the lower class. The people that can't afford to get help in the middle of an emergency. And the best way to do it is a natural disaster. That's why you gotta stay ready. All right, guys, that's really what the messaging down was about. I finished my skincare routine. I'm trying to think of anything else. Probably put on like a little under eye mask. Pull this from my cold skincare fridge, and it's just, baby, I love loving on myself. It's amazing. It truly is. I'm really blessed. If you're living in the Midwest too, I just would say get you some home insurance. Okay? They're gonna be making a killing off of premiums though. We are living in a society that has completely went rogue. The banking systems, doctors, lawyers, all those people will not be reliable. People that we looked up to, politicians, they're not going to have the answers to the questions. There's going to be a lot of confusion we're walking into. And we just have to like hold your head high and move in silence. Don't be telling people what you got up in your house, okay? Or in your car, because people are going to be desperate and they're going to be extremely ready. If you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. Protect your homes, protect your families, protect your mind, because it is a war zone. Our mind is a war zone. And they got access to that too. You know what I'm saying? So, follow the light and you will be free from everything that's happening. If God tells you to leave somewhere, don't be staying around. Don't be kicking it with these people. Don't be hanging around people that ain't following the light, because it'll lead you straight to the darkness. Right now is not the time where you can influence people. People are who they are right now. Not to say God can't change anyone or use you to change them. Don't, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying right now it's every man for themselves in society right now. The world is literally crumbling. One business at a time. One entity at a time. One powerhouse at a time. And that is going to have resounding effects on the frequency of the universe and of everyday people. A lot of people are going to be low vibrating because of what's going on in the world. A lot of people are going to be a little damp because of the fear that is in the media. Okay? And you just have to protect your peace, protect your vibration, protect your energy. Okay? Protect your sanity. Because people are going to be losing their mind. What do you do when the world is chaos? You become it. So you have to take a step back when all this is happening around you and just be at one with spirit. And spirit will tell you what to do. The spirit will tell you where to go and how to get in activation and how to get ready for war. Okay? But until then, it's all nonsense. It's all a distraction. Okay? Because when God shows up, she shows out. Okay? Because when God shows up, she shows out. And there's been too many people trying to perpetrate and pretend to be God. Too many people trying to act like they are the hand of God. And they're not. And it's going to be very clear in the news and the media that God is real. Okay? All the atheists, they've been waiting for God to show up. I'm telling you, every atheist I know wouldn't be an atheist without God. Okay? You have no religion. You have no nothing without God. And you've been waiting on God to show up and prove you wrong, and here God is. Okay? And the manifestation of me delivering the message. God is here. Everywhere, omnipotent, but here. And watching it all go down. Every last one, like domino effect, watching it all go down. And the thing about God, God is not scared. Because God can tear down and build it back up. That is a message. That is a message. Thank you, Jesus. That is a message, okay? And so when we move in divine alignment, we are not scared either. Because we know how big our God is. Baby, I done had it all taken away, and God gave it all back. Ask my family, ask my friends, okay? Everyone around me saw me lose it all multiple times, honey. And most times it wasn't on my fault. But God will strip us of the things and give us better. And give us more. And we have been deprived as a society of peace, of God's goodness, of the real things. And we've been greedy and needy and moving with the flesh. Okay, we have been slaves to the flesh. We have been slaves to the corporations. We have been slave to the United Nations, honey. We have been slaves, honey. I ain't tried to tell y'all. Y'all ain't want to listen to the crazy Gemini. Okay. All right. And we will see God in the manifestation of his people very soon. Like I said, when God shows up, she don't play. She shows out. She goes above and beyond. She is the Almighty, the highest of the high. There is no higher. And when we try to intercede and dibble and dabble in creation without the Creator, honey, that's when we get into a whole bunch of things. And then we're going to see those things in the media come out. Okay, I'm speaking in code, and I hope you're following. Make sure you're following. And so this is just the reconstructive phase. God's hand's not in it yet. Like I said, when God shows up, he shows out. Okay? God's hand is not in it yet. And so we have to sit back and relax as children of God, as all these things are going around, and just be like, God, whenever you... Oh, all right. When you start moving out of alignment and moving before God allows you to, that's when chaos ends up in your home, in your sphere. Okay? If you are living in New York, I have to reiterate this, and you are in the midst of a flood, and God is telling you intuitively, you need to go. Baby, it's time to go. And you're like, no, I'm going to stay. You just invited the chaos into your home. Stop clinging to this false authority. You don't really got the power. You don't really got the juice. It's God. It's the Almighty. And these powers at be, now they may be power physically, and some even in the dark forces spiritually, they're not the highest of the high. They're not the highest of the high. You don't hear me, but you don't hear me. I want to address this question to get back to the skincare. Sunscreen. I recommend a few different ones. If you are of color, like you got a little bit of melon, black girl, Hispanic, anything where ash will show up on your skin if you decide to use mineral, I would say use Dr. Jar. I do like that one. It's good. It's pretty good, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying. And what other ones would I say? Fenty Skin, the non-mineral one, is really good. It's a combination of sunscreen and moisturizer. Also, who else? Glow Recipe, I do like their roller one. Both formulas I actually like. Yeah, this one I like. And I got this for free. So, there's that. Yeah, those are the ones that I would recommend. Now, don't wear sunscreen at night, honey. It's only for the day. So, we prepped the skin. As you can see, I put on my little eye patches. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm gonna probably put on my little silk bonnet. I got my nice robe on. Have me a nice little glass of water. And, you know, finish out my night. But I wanted to hop on here and let you guys know. Don't be in fear. Even with everything that's going on with the news, just be clear on what you're gonna do. Know what you're gonna do. There is a major hurricane flood coming to New York. It's already here. But I don't know how bad it's going to get in the next 24 hours or 48 hours. But I'm not trying to incite fear. I just want you to be rational right now. Stop clinging to whatever it is you got. Let it go and let God. Because like I said, we're moving into a time of everything being dismantled. You don't have control over that. You don't got the juice to control these banks, these corporations, so let it go. And relax. Praise God that you're still alive and be grateful for life, because that's really what this is all about. Don't forget that. It's really about life. And I want to get into some other things too, okay? I want to get into, I've been having a few clients. This is a download, conclusion, whatever, that I've kind of come to after so many of the same stories are being repeated to me about married men and married women, and there's this like divide between marital spouses, this division between what love looks like, this division between what marriage looks like. And God did not intend for us to be fighting over marriage. You know, the Bible does talk about you don't have to get married. Like, marriage is not for everybody. It really isn't. But when we put sin in it, oh, we're going to get into that. When we put sex and greed and love and money into it, you really start to see people's demons and what they're suffering with. There's a lot of women that are getting passes for being women when they're suffering with demonic energy. I think there is so many generational curses that have been broken with the millennial generation of women being able to leave the household, live on their own, get their own bank cards, have their own money, all that jazz. I love that. But I also love to see that women have a choice. Women have a choice, okay? And I'm not going to get too much into that because it's not what this topic is about. But I want to give you a little preview, and I want to give you some things to marinate before our next session, honey. Okay? If you are a feminine archetype, if you identify as a woman, if you consider yourself the feminine, divine feminine empress energy, you are not in lack. You have everything you need. And when you are constantly looking to a man or the masculine energy to provide for you, when you are the provider, oh my goodness, now I gotta get into it. Oh, because this is why the spirit don't want to talk about it right now, because it bothers me. It makes, I'm getting too personal. It's not about me. It's not about me. Okay. I think we have been lied to about what the feminine archetype looks like. This is why I walk around with the Empress. It's a reminder of what the feminine really embodies. Because women have been lied to by other women about how to be a woman, about how to nurture a man, honey. Oh, I'm about to go off, okay? I'm about to preach. I'm about to say something, honey. Okay, we have taught men that their only value is their pockets. It's disrespectful to God. It's disrespectful to a woman. Oh, it's disrespectful to God's creation. We have to stop this idea that a woman is better or lesser than a man. We are all made in God's image. Every last one of you. And when women try to go around and demark and devalue a man because they lack self-worth, I don't care. I don't care. If I have a woman come right up to me, honey, and tell me that she just wants to marry for money, I see low self-esteem. If I have a woman come to me and tell me that the only value they see in a man is how big or how small, I see a woman who doesn't know who she is. The flesh will make you commit to money. You will choose money over love. People are choosing money over love. People are choosing money over love. Okay, yes, there is a sense of power that comes and authority that comes with a man that has resources. Don't nobody want no broke man, and don't nobody want no broke woman. Yes, we know that. And don't no rich woman want no broke man. Okay, great. We got that. Cool. But it is an energy. You can have money and be poor. You can have all the wealth in the world, but be so poor in spirit. Honey, there is a spiritual bank that exists. And when the spirit is looking for money in a man, you will find a demon. Ooh, when the spirit for money in a man, you will find a D man. The D part heavy on. The D part heavy on. I'm going to break it down for the people in the back. Okay, the devalued man is what you're going to find. A man with insecurity that only values his worth to God based on how much money he can provide for his family. Okay, the D man, a man that is so low in vibrational frequency that all he can offer you is resources like money. A D man, only a man that is on the down low wants to offer his woman money so she can't see beyond the veil. And that's how a lot of these women end up married to D mans. Okay. And so we have to move out of this illusion, this contrusion that a lot of our matriarchal women that we admired or we devalued, instead of breaking the generational curse, we're falling right in line. You know, the saying is first time married for love, second time married for money. There shouldn't be a second time if you get it right the first time. And I ain't never been married, so I can't judge nobody who done had a marriage. All I can say is that I've had this consistent theme, and Spirit's been telling me these people don't got the chops to be married. And if they would have asked me first, I would have told them no. You know, you can't tell that to somebody that's already married, honey. You got to counsel them through it, honey. You got to ease them on down the road back to Spirit, okay? And maybe sometimes Spirit will help you realize your spouse was really just a good friend, okay? Maybe sometimes Spirit will help you realize your spouse was probably a cousin in your another past life, honey. And you really were just here to learn a lesson and take the blessing and go. But now you've got this spiritual union, and once God gets in it, you can't divide what God brings together, honey. You just can't. Only the people in it can do it. Okay? But for those of you who still have time to listen to Spirit, get in line with God. God will show you exactly who you're supposed to be with. But moving in the spirit of money when money ain't got no soul, I don't care what these TikTok girlies are telling you. I don't care what none of that. Girl, go get your own money. Yeah, you got your money. You want to spend his money. I got that. Cool. But what do you get when you spend? What do you sell? Somebody always selling something to get something. And we're not talking about physically. See, I'm not ready for this conversation. So that's why we'll finish this on another day. Because some of y'all not ready for this conversation. All right. We'll finish this up later. Subscribe.